welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Dee and this is How Dee Does It. Okay, y'all, so October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I know we are late into October. Today is the 22nd, and I'm just doing my voiceover for this video. But the next couple of videos and everything that I put out across my social medias is going to be everything pink in honor of Breast Cancer Month. Everything that I use today, I'm going to try to link it in the description box, or at least link the website to where I got it from. Some things were from Young Nails, Daily Charme, Etsy, and I want to say Amazon were where I got most of the things from. These tips that I'm using, I'm just sizing them out for my nails and putting them down to the side. This is actually a Aqua nail kit from Dash Nails, and they are on Etsy. So the nail tips, so these are the practice tips that came inside of the kit, and they're way too long. So what I'm going to show you now is actually how I cut my tips. I just use whatever mark on my finger, and I line up every tip on that same mark and then use the cutters to cut them. These are some breast cancer stickers that I purchased off of Amazon. These, I will let you know, are clear stickers. You need a white background in order to make them pop. But I did use them in a couple of sets, and it worked for what it was. The next set that I'm doing will be a lighter background so that they will actually show. And I'm going to have to go find me some more because I don't want to keep using these, because most of the polishes and everything that I'm going to use is going to be pink, so it'll clash every time. So I've wanted to do these aqua nails for some time now. I've seen them first on Long Hair Pretty Nails, and then I saw Lisette doing them, and then a couple of other people, but I really wanted to do them. And then I saw Dash Nails on Instagram, and I was like, yes. And then when they started selling this kit, I was like, gotta have it, gotta do it. And I did a couple of nails. You can see the first one that I did is here that I'm showing actually now. It was too short, but it had the right amount of glitter in it. I liked this nail, and it was a good start. And then the other ones that I did, some of them I put too much stuff in it. When you get to the point where you think you just need to add a little more, you probably added too much already, and you may need to take some of it out. You can see here I added some gold caviar beads, and it really makes things move around. But again, it was too much stuff in there. Some nails had bubbles in them, some of them didn't. I don't think it mattered. The one thing that I will say is the heavier the glitter is, the better. So you don't want to use a lot of light glitter. And if you want everything to move at the same time, I would probably suggest using the same weights in all of your items that you're going to put inside here. So now what you do is you just spread this aqua mix on this little mat, and you want to make sure that it's all the way at the end of it, and you want to make sure that you spread it thin enough, not too thick, but not too thin. And then once you have it good, you just lay your nails down. You want to take away or make sure that you leave enough space for your cuticle to fit, plus the glue. That was very important. And if you need to take away a little bit, it's not hard. You just use your cuticle nippers and carefully clip away enough space for your cuticle to fit. So now I'm just laying them in there, and if you can see, they're kind of sinking in. So that's kind of how I knew I had enough up there. And you don't want to lay them too close together because you need to cut in between them. So give yourself enough space for that. And then, yeah, the other thing is keep in mind your pinky is a little bit, your nail bed on your pinky is shorter than the rest of them. So you'll see me scoop that one up just a little bit. And my thumbnail is just a little bit larger, but I had enough space there for my thumbnail. So that's just a quick tip there. And then you just kind of hold them down and put your flash curing light over it just for a couple of seconds, and then you fully cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. So once they come out of the lamp, you just peel them away from this plastic, and you want to hold on to this because you can use this over and over again, and it is so satisfying just to rip it. I should have left that sound in just so that you can hear it. But the next thing I do, I just check and make sure that it is nice and fitted to the back of the nail. And then I don't have those fancy little embroidery scissors. I just use some regular craft scissors and cut in between it. It did leave a little bit around the edges, but that was no problem. I just took the file and filed all the edges and got my side walls and the free edge of the nails nice and crispy. So the next thing that you do is just go in with this aqua glue, and I really didn't know how to do it. It really doesn't tell you on the instruction sheets. So the only thing that I did was put enough glue to where I thought it would fit up on the nail, and then once I felt like I had a good enough blob, I just kind of held the nail down and swiped the brush up, and that kind of worked for me. So I'm just going to show you how I do it on a couple of nails because it is repetitive, but it's not a huge problem on one or two of them. When I first started, on my first couple of ones, I didn't put enough glue up there. It left a hole in the center of it. I put more glue up there and it was done. So after the first couple of nails, you kind of get used to how to do it. So here you can just see me like putting just enough glue where I think it's going to hit that top of the bottom of the nail. And then I hold it down and I just swipe the glue up. Once I feel like I had enough, I put it in the lamp for 60 seconds to cure, and then I flipped it over just to make sure it was good and cured, and flipped it again and put it in for another 60 seconds. The next thing that I do is just add in my glitters. So what I found was the heavier glitters work the best. So the thin paper ones, you want to kind of stay away from those. I did not necessarily I used some pink glitter in one of them earlier when I was testing them out, and I didn't like the cloudiness of it. So for me, I'm not using glitter. If I ever do these again, I won't use like the fine particle glitters. It's always going to be these chunky style glitters. The other thing that I found was like I used lighter caviar beads. I didn't like those because some of them got stuck for some reason to the top where the glue part is. And then these heavier ones, they move a little bit faster than everything else. And I found that I like everything to move at the same speed. So to me, I will use everything that is like weighted in my nails. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, you don't want to put too much. That's just about enough. And then you fill it with oil. I had air bubbles in some of them I didn't. They move the same. It's your preference there. I know I've seen where people don't have them. I looked on Dash Nails. They had them. They're still beautiful. So I think it's just to your preference. It's not hard to do. I filled the oil all the way up to the top, and what I found was when I held the nail up and put the glue on directly on top, like blobbed it up there, it sank the glue to the bottom. So if you hold the nail to the side horizontally and put the glue on that way and then quickly get it into the lamp, the glue will not go inside the nails. It's hard to understand or explain what I'm talking about, but when you cure it, I noticed that on a couple of my nails, the glue went in far into the nails when I held it to the side and put the glue on there, it didn't. It doesn't matter about the oil. For some reason, their mix of glue is not impacted by the oil. I didn't have any problems with that. So once I put it into the lamp, the oil didn't matter. I didn't have to wipe it off with alcohol or anything. I thought these nails were going to be so much harder than what they were, but honestly, it was kind of easy. And like I said, After you do a couple of them, you should get the idea of it. And it was like super simple, like genius. Genius. I love it. Thank you, Dash Nails. So here I'm just showing you another way that I actually put the glue on and it didn't go all the way inside. I just had some that was leaking off of the bottle and I just rolled it onto it. And you can see here where the bubble goes all the way in, the glue sank all the way in, and this one, it doesn't. And you can tell because the charms go all the way down. So now that I have all of them done, I'm just going to use this hot pink here by SAVILAND. And I'm just going to paint enough to cover up the nail bed portion of it and just a little bit over where that glue is so that you can't see it and it looks seamless. So while I'm doing that and it is repetitive, I'm just going to let a little bit of music play. But before I go, I'm going to give my usual public service announcement. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you'll know each and every time a new video is uploaded. And if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button and I'll be back at the next step. Alright, so I did apply 3 coats to get the right opacity, and then I'm going in with this Nail Couture Ombre Gel. And again, I'll link it in the description box, but I just wanted a little bit of shimmer and I thought this brought the right touch. So I'm just going to apply 1 coat of this and then cure it for 60 seconds. And then I am going on to apply my stickers. And again, none of this is planned. It is all really just me adding stuff, seeing what I like, taking it away, and going out the top of my head with this design. And I think it all worked out well. One thing about these stickers is once you lay it down, that is it. There's no taking it up and trying it again. So if you don't like how you place it, you just have to take it off. Also, you have to be careful when lifting them up off of the page. I tore a couple of stickers and bent the corners on a couple of stickers, so I ruined them in that way. This is actually my Faith, Hope, and Love nail, and I just added a pearl heart on the top of it. I didn't really know how to stick it on there other than to just take the nail glue, put it on the bottom, stick it on the nail, and then stick it in the nail lamp. And then I did seal around it really well with it when I went to top coat it. So this butterfly, I actually put a little rhinestone in the center of it. And what you see me doing is just going over the top of it with that glue and making sure that that rhinestone doesn't come out of it. And then I already applied the glue to the nail, which I did that off camera. And I wanted it to be at an angle, but whenever I put it into the lamp, it kind of straightened up like that. So I just went with it. And then the roses that I actually use on this nail and on the other nail, and the clear rhinestones, and I want to say the caviar beads came in the last box from Daily Charm, their mystery box. So if you haven't subscribed to their mystery boxes, they are chock full of goodies. They come out every 2 months. They're only $49 when you subscribe to them. So go do it. Okay, so I do want to give you a tip here. If you are using the nail stands like I'm using, and if you are using the glue tabs for the press-on nails, be very careful on how you take them on and off, because I did have two nails that leaked and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. The only thing that I could contribute it to was because I was taking them on and off of the nail stands, and it just came detached in a couple of places. So you can see just then I noticed I had oil on my hands. So not a huge problem. The only thing that I did was I just gave it a very heavy coat of top coat, and they're good. So here you see me just putting some roses up on each side of that butterfly, and it's because I didn't want anything to get caught by the butterfly. One time I added a gold butterfly on a nail, and I didn't put anything on each side of the wings, and I dang near sliced my finger with that thing. So that was just a lesson learned. Like, I'm never gonna put things on my nails without checking them to see if they're sharp, and to see if it makes sense just to put something up under it, just to make sure that you're not catching it on anything or snagging it.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed.
So here you can see some of my randomness. I didn't really like the way that sticker it wasn't showing up enough, so I decided to add this sticker, which had a black background, which you can see it better. And then I thought I was going to use that black bow, which I really like, the black on black, the black sticker and the black bow. But then when I lined the nails up side by side, it was like I had too much black on the nails, and I wanted a black, pink, and white theme to these nails. And so I wound up finding another bow that was white, but then I thought that the white on it looked too fake or something. I just didn't like it. And so what I did was I put top coat on top of the nail, and then I had some white mica powder, and I just rubbed it on top of the bow, and it gave it a different look to it. I'll show you the comparison here coming up. but it did make it look a little bit different. And so I like that. And so that is the bow that I actually used on this nail.
I like to be away in my patient. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it.
So you see here that I'm just taking a little makeup applicator and just rub it on the mica powder. And after I finish doing that, I'm brushing it off really good. And then I'm just applying top coat on it. And I am curing it for 60 seconds in the nail lamp. So I think I was working on these nails for too long, because after I took it out the lamp, I was like, did I even do anything? Like, my mind started playing games with me at this point in time. I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning working on these nails. So I had to actually take a look at the bows side by side just to make sure I wasn't tripping and to make sure that it actually did make a difference. And there you can see it gave it like a pearly look, and it dulled out that white, because that white, it just looked too fake to me. And then on this nail, I decided to add some rhinestones, but I wanted to go up the nail instead of across, because I felt like I was putting a lot of things across that line, and I wanted just to, change it up and do something different on this one. And I am using some caviar beads on these as well. They tried to give me a little bit of trouble, but not too much. Caviar beads, they slip and slide all over the place. And so I usually like to do one side and then do the other side. But like I said, I was up very late doing these nails, and I wanted just to get it all done. So I really like the way that that turned out. So this is the last nail that I actually show on camera. I didn't realize that I didn't record my thumb, and so you don't see that, but you will see it in the final shots. And once I'm finished with this, I just go in and top coat around the nail, and on the underside of the nail, I seal around all of my rhinestones and up under all of the larger charms. And then I turn it over and get the back really good around the sides on the free edge. I even went back and sealed where the glue goes. And so once I do that, I look at the nail and see if the shape needs to be tightened up any. I went in and I filed a little bit more just to make sure that my shape was good. And then I resealed it again with top coat just to make triple sure that nothing is going to leak out of those nails. It sounds like a lot, but I just didn't want to take any chances, and it didn't take away from the shape you'll see in the end shots. And one thing that I did want to mention, now I, kind of put 2 and 2 together. I looked at Dash Nails, and their nails, like, they're crispy. The free edge is very crispy. And one thing that I noticed whenever I looked at the nail, I noticed that the glue kind of sit, even on the ones where it didn't like dip all the way back inside of the nail, it sits and you can actually tell where the charm ends. And so I was able to file down most of my nails until, it was not safe to do so anymore. So if you do those nails, let me know how you do the glue on yours, and let me know if you actually take and file the end of yours, because that's what I did, and it didn't leak. It all worked out, and I like how sharp they came out. So we're almost to the end of the video, and if you're still tuned in, a million thank yous for rocking with me this entire time on this video. I do want to give a couple of words regarding breast cancer awareness. All right, y'all, so we're almost to the end of the video. So I did want to just give a quick words in regard to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The first thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is, whether you're a man or woman, give yourself a self breast exam every month and know your anatomy so that you'll know when to go and seek help. The other thing I'm going to say is, if you are of age or have the family background, go get your mammogram. It doesn't take a lot of time out of your day, and it's something that could save your life. If you don't have insurance, ask your practitioner. They should be able to point you in the direction of facilities that give free mammograms. All right, so this is the final look, and like I said, I am so tickled on how these came out. Everything is moving as it should be. This is actually in real time, and it was kind of hard to film, like seeing them move, but I wanted to capture all of it. So this is a longer clip than usual, and plus I was a little bit mesmerized by these nails. So I really enjoyed doing them. They were super easy to do after a couple of tries. As I'm just showing you the shape of them, I'm gonna come in closer so that you can see the stickers that are on them, and most of all, look at them move. I'm so proud of me. All right, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.